Please be seated. Welcome, everyone. The bride and groom would like to thank you all for being here on this most happy of days. It's no accident you are here today because each one of you represents someone important in the individual and collective lives of the Amy and Curtis. The only accident of this whole event might be them asking me to officiate their wedding. I was indeed very honored that they asked me to play a small part in this special occasion. Curtis and I go all the way back to our time at Bothell High School. Our first experience together was our both riding the bench for our sophomore basketball team. Since that moment, I've played years of basketball with him, cleared out the UW IMA floor underneath the basket so he could attempt another failed self alley-oop, and waited ever so patiently for him to finally pass me the ball for the first time. We also lived together while attending the University of Washington, where we studied like crazy and danced the night away at countless downtown nightclubs. Curtis is, in fact, the only person who I know who actually sweats more than I do and dances just as poorly as Justin Brown. I have seen him grow from a floppy-haired teenager who rang out Pearl Jam lyrics to the more follically challenged adult who still sings 90s Seattle rock ballads with all his heart. While we've all gotten older, Curtis is one of those rare individuals who's retained the passion and curiosity of his youth. After all these years, he still asks his friends revealing questions, is committed to learning new and interesting things, and just loves giving speeches to friends about what he most appreciates about them. With all that said though, in these past couple of years, Curtis has evolved into an even higher life form, and I really do not think that has anything to do with him. So on behalf of all his friends and family, let me say thank you, Amy. Before I met Amy for the first time, I definitely heard many glowing reports from Curtis. Many of my friends consider Curtis an exquisite but acquired taste. And thus, I was super excited to finally meet Amy. However, little did I know that Curtis would have already told her all my best jokes about their relative age difference. But instead of Amy calling me out for being a jerk, she actually shared with me her favorite jokes that I'd made. Right then and there, I knew Amy was the one. And over their time together, I've seen Curtis mature and become even a more giving friend, a more curious adventurer, and a really great boyfriend and partner. In short, I've seen Curtis become his best self when he is with Amy. That is how I see myself on my best days with my wife Haley and our kids, and I'm ever so happy to see that happen for my good buddy Curtis. Returning to Amy, in every conversation she's ever had with me or Haley, we've always come away super impressed by the great person she clearly is. I loved hearing about her path in life, the hilarious jokes her family has made at Kurt's expense, and just how engaging and smart she is. At their housewarming party for their newly renovated home, I was in my own little world with all the amazing and diverse 90s hip hop that was being played. When I found out that was Amy's doing, just for me, I was blown away. Even if she did admit that all she'd done is gone to YouTube and type in 1990s rap for old dudes. I also reached out to Amy's cousin Angela to get some more good material on Amy. Angela shared that she has always considered Amy her HBIC, a woman truly confident in who she is, tactful in everything she does, and someone who is both straightforward and always respectable. Angela's email was full of the love Amy's friends and family have for her. That email, though, also told the story of how today isn't truly Amy's first wedding. Back when they were all kids, the cousins had gotten together to hold a fake wedding ceremony between Amy and Andy. I see Andy's in the crowd. Angela's brother. Angela's sister Christy was the officiant on that joyous day. And one of the things Angela remembers most were all the stickers that were involved as unofficial wedding garb. Thus, it sounds like today has been long in the making for both Amy and Curtis. And thankfully, this time around today, there won't be any crazy cousins getting married stuff. At his bachelor party, Curtis made it a point to ask all the married guys what advice they each share with him about marriage. I was taken back by all the great guidance shared by our friends and just how serious Kurt was at soaking it all up. When you have two great people who inspire and help each other to be their best selves, that is, of course, a great start. Both of you, Amy and Curtis, realize the amazing, at times trying, at times surprising, and always shared journey you're both embarking on. You both also realize that your friends and family will also help you along that beautiful journey, but that you are both each other's best guides, supports, and sources for daily inspiration. Your love for one another and your willingness to accept both your strengths and your weaknesses will help guide you through your harder moments. But today, you are taking those first steps as a married couple into the vast unknown future stretched out before you, full with its hopes, disappointments, joys, and sorrows. It is a great tribute to your faith in each other that you're willing to face these uncertainties with one another. May the love with which you join hearts and hands today never fail, but grow deeper and surer with every year you spend together. We now arrive at the vows. We are gathered here today to join Amy and Curtis in the union of marriage. This contract is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, and with a deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. The bride and groom have each prepared vows that they will read now. Curtis, please share your vows.
Amy, from very early on in our relationship, I knew that you were the one for me. I remember how incredibly happy I would feel after each time we met or had one of our long phone conversations, which regularly went on way too late for both of us. Not to mention how excited I was to see or speak to you again. That excitement continues to this day. For example, every day that I come home from work, I get a smile on my face knowing that I get to see you, and maybe also scare you should I get home first. As we become more familiar with each other, our love continues to grow and evolve, growing stronger through our shared experiences, whether that was our first trip to Maui a month into our relationship, our first big trip to Italy, or just cuddling on the couch at home. While I can't truly express how much I love you with words, what I can say is that I love you for your energy, kindness, feistiness, and your ability to always make me laugh, even if I try to hide it. I love that every day you bring joy into my life. I love that you've brought hope for a family and a brighter future back into my life. As you know, I only like to make promises that I know I can keep. Here is what I can promise you. I promise to love you and make you aware of that every day. I promise to support you in everything you do. I promise to fight for and continue to grow our love in all times. And I promise to try and be the best version of me, the one whose potential you see in me as we move into our future together.
Thank you, Curtis. Amy, please share your vows.
Kurt, you are generally one of the most kind, caring, loving, and enjoyable person for me to be around. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world to be with a man who is so good to me. I found someone whose weirdness is perfectly compatible with my weirdness, who is my walking encyclopedia and a bundle of laughter. As we continue to grow in our lives together, I promise to always be on your side, make you feel wanted, and put the we in Wheelock before making all decisions. I promise to care for you and our families for as long as we both shall live, or as long as I live. To always say I love you before falling asleep every night, and to be courteous and not curt towards you. I promise to always know in the deepest part of my soul that when times get tough, we will always find our way back to one another. I love you, and I'm so excited to be your wife.
And now, Curtis, do you take Amy to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others, and holding only unto her forevermore?
I do.
And Amy, do you take Curtis to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others, and holding only unto him forevermore?
I do.
James, please present the rings.
No, James. Mommy! He's bigger you.
Quay phim.
Daddy! Mommy!
Amy and Curtis will now exchange rings as a symbol of love and commitment to each other. These rings mark the beginning of your journey together. Your wedding ring is a circle, a symbol of love, never ending. It is also a circle in that wherever you go, you will always return to one another. It is the seal of the vows you have just taken to love each other without end. Curtis, please place the ring on Amy's left hand and repeat after me. As a sign of my love,
As a sign of my love,
that I have chosen you,
that I have chosen you
Con ngồi đây quay mặt cái mấy này.
above all else,
above all else.
with this ring
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
And Amy, please place the ring on Curtis's left hand and repeat after me. As a sign of my love,
As a sign of my love,
that I have chosen you,
that I have chosen you
above all else,
above all else,
with this ring I thee wed.
with this ring I thee wed.
To make your relationship work and grow, it will take love and understanding. Continue to date each other and not take one another for granted. Take time out of your daily lives to show each other your love for one another and understand that marriage can grow stronger with time if you dutifully attend to it. It will take deep trust and empathy to know that in your hearts, you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn and grow together. It will, of course, take loyalty to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future brings. And it will finally take commitment to hold true to the journey you have both pledged to today. Having witnessed your vows of love and faith to each other, by the power vested in me, it is my joy and my privilege to pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss.